Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. When we look at somebody who we want them to be a life partner, or we are looking at approaching them or proposing them, or even getting married, for example during horoscope matching, or if we are employing somebody, so we want to know more details about them, not what is seen on the resume, on the curriculum vitae, or what is told to us by, say for example, if you are doing horoscope matching, then obviously the person, whoever is introducing you, may tell you good things about the other person. And especially in the subcontinent, in the Indian subcontinent, the Pandit who is involved and who's sharing or who's matching the Kundlis will generally talk good on either side, and generally they would also say good things about the horoscope, unless there are very weird things which are coming out. Horoscopes are not matching at all, so they try to find similarities or complementary things. However, if you are also well versed with astrology, then while you allow the matching at a very deeper level to somebody else, or maybe if you are good, you do the matching yourself, especially for your own self, or your brother, or your sister, or your children, whoever it is, or a friend also. If a friend says, I'm thinking of marrying this person, thinking of proposing to this person, you may always say, can I have a look at both of your horoscopes? And then if you want to reflect on what this personality is, the hidden aspects of the person's personality which you want to find. And yeah, I'm making more on a lighter note, because the deeper facets of personality we have already discussed in many horoscopes, and will continue to do it in the future. Yeah, I'm talking about if we want to see whether somebody is witty, whether somebody has a good sense of humor, is funny, whether somebody is very ambitious, whether somebody is very innovative, very creative, has breakthrough ideas, whether somebody will not be a good housemaker, homemaker, or not good to be married to, while they may be very good at other things. So then, if a deeper look at certain elements of the horoscope can tell us some unhidden elements which people are not saying, we can look at the horoscope. For example, the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra attributes fun or humor to Mercury, and it gives ambition, volatility or temperament to Mars. It gives hygiene or relates hygiene to Sun, or even indiscretion, for example, to Moon, especially Moon is afflicted. It gives beauty to Venus, and so on. So it reflects certain areas as standout areas, or the planets stand out or become the karakas of those areas. So which means if you have to look at somebody, Mr. or Mrs. Funny Bones, then you have to look at Mercury. Why Mercury? Because Mercury is also the karak of children, and it is said the youngest planet is also Mercury. So it has also a childlike funniness in the person. So if Mercury gets anyway very strongly attached to the Kendra houses and the Lagna, especially if it controls or rules the Kendra houses or the trine houses, and establishes a strong relationship with the Lagna and with Jupiter, especially with the Lagna, then it can make somebody very humorous, having a good sense of humor. Even if they are not humorous, they will have a good sense of humor. They are able to take jokes. They will also crack jokes once in a while. But if it's very strong, if it's connected to Jupiter, then the person himself or herself will be very funny. Now I'm talking about only the fun element here. Other things will have to be seen also. Somebody can be very funny, but can also get into a lot of infidelity outside of the house. So then you have to see 3 or 4 different attributes. So when you look at those attributes which make somebody funny, for example, if you want somebody to be fun to be with and smiling, laughing all the time, then and you yourself are like that, then you obviously want that kind of a person, because you don't want to be with somebody who's always serious, whereas you are somebody who's always laughing, cracking jokes. You also would want to be with somebody who's funny, because that person will make you laugh. Then if you're looking at somebody who's very ambitious, has breakthrough ideas, then Mars and Sun are very important here, because Sun and Mars are the ones which will take you to heights. Sun will give you the leadership qualities, wanting to lead from the front rather than to stay behind, which Saturn will make you do, and Mars is the winning spirit. And this combination, especially when connected to the Lagna, can also make you very ambitious, with a lot of breakthrough ideas. If somebody doesn't have a good placement of the 4th house lord, and if it gets connected in some way, the 4th house lord itself getting combusted or debilitated itself will create challenges in your domestic life. On top of that, if there is also an attachment with the Karakas, either Venus or Jupiter or the 7th house lord or the 7th house itself, then too there can be a challenge in the domestic life. And if you want to see whether somebody is very witty, can come back with strong lines and it will take you aback suddenly, then you can also look at Mercury and Jupiter's combination, where one has the upper hand. Here, if Mercury has the upper hand, then the person will be more witty, and if Jupiter has a slightly better upper hand, then Jupiter will make somebody more witty but also funny. So let's jump into looking at some of the combinations of celebrities whom we already know that these people are funny, are witty, ambitious, are innovative, also may not have great domestic lives. Let's look at their horoscope and see what makes them who they are, and we'll take pairs of 2 people each so that we can reflect and see the similarities in the horoscope which makes them who they are related to that attribute we are talking about. So let's do the horoscope analysis and understand the placements better, so that we are able to understand these placements better, and then we also get good at identification of these attributes in others through their placements. Now these are the charts which I picked up from the internet and also try to validate whether they are right. So to a large extent there is validity that these may be the right timing, the right horoscopes. So let's start with somebody who can be very, very witty first. Now we know that Robert Downey Jr. is known as somebody who is very, very witty, and if you see his Mercury, as we said, Mercury is important for wit. Mercury is the Lagna lord itself and also rules the 4th house. So Mercury rules 2 Kendra houses and is placed in the 3rd Kendra house. So here, while Mercury is in a debilitation sign in Jupiter's sign, but there is not only a Neech Bhang because of Venus being placed here, but Mercury is also placed in a Kendra house while ruling the 2 other Kendra houses. So this is a very, very strong Raj Yoga, both in terms of Mercury's placement in the 10th house and the Neech Bhang with Venus. Secondly, what is the relationship Mercury is establishing with Jupiter? Mercury is placed in the sign of Jupiter, and Jupiter, the 10th lord, is exchanging signs with Venus, which rules the 12th house. And so this is also a Parivartana Yoga where Jupiter and Venus are exchanging signs. Mercury is placed in the sign of Jupiter. That is another relationship Mercury is establishing with Jupiter, and Mercury is also the Lagna lord. This makes Robert Downey Jr. very, very witty, not only in his life but also at work, and his persona is also of a person who is very, very witty. His Iron Man movies tell us and reflect that persona on screen. Now another celebrity who is also known a lot for his wit is Shah Rukh Khan. Now in Shah Rukh Khan's horoscope we can see that Mercury is placed in the 4th house, but with the ruler of the house, Mars. And Mars is not only placed with Mercury, but Mars also aspects Mercury's other sign, which is the sign of Gemini, which is the 11th house. And we have always said that for huge success, in many of my videos I have said that to have huge success, the 11th house is very, very important to reflect worldly success. And here Mars aspects the 11th house, and voila, Jupiter is placed here in the sign of communication, which is ruled by Mercury. And so again Jupiter goes in the sign of Mercury, Mercury is placed with Mars, and Mars aspects Jupiter in Mercury's sign. And so this again makes Shah Rukh Khan also very, very witty, and that also reflects more in his interviews rather than more on the screen. He is more as a lover boy image on screen, some wit surely there, but he is known to be very, very witty in his comebacks, in his interviews, and he is a pleasure to watch and pleasure to talk to also, the ultimate king of wit. Now let's look at somebody who are very, very ambitious. Now the first name which comes in the terms of ambition is Elon Musk. We know that he took huge risks in his life. There was a time when he was almost bankrupt, Now today we hear that he is become one of the richest men in the world. And if you look at this chart, we talked about in some earlier videos also about the Angakaraka yoga or dosha. In the Mars conjunction, I have already talked about Mars placed with Rahu and how it can give you stupendous success. So here Mars is in a exaltation sign in the 11th house again and with Rahu. So that gives him huge success, worldly success, but also makes him very, very ambitious, because the 11th house is about ambition. Secondly, we also talked about Mars along with Sun are needed for huge ambition. Yes, Sun is placed in the sign of Gemini, but Sun is placed 11th from itself. Mars has gone into the 11th house and with Rahu, and Sun has gone in the 11th sign from itself. And Sun also aspects the 10th house, and the 10th Lord Jupiter has gone into the trine house. So Jupiter, the 10th Lord, going into the trine house, a very, very strong Raj Yoga. Sun aspecting the 10th house but placed 11th from itself, and Mars in the 11th house in a strong exaltation sign and in a strong Angakaraka dosha. And here you can see Moon and Jupiter both are in Kendra to each other in a strong Gajkesari yoga, and Moon is placed in the sign of the Sun. So here Mars and Sun, two very, very strong planets connected to the 11th house, giving him huge success and huge ambition. So when you need to look at ambition, and rise also connected to ambition in a person, look at the placement of Sun and Mars and see whether they are getting connected to the Lagna or the 11th house. Then another example of huge ambition. This is the horoscope of Mr. Richard Branson, the Virgin Atlantic airline owner. And if you see, Richard Branson's Lagna itself is of Leo, which is ruled by Sun. Now Sun has gone into the 12th house surely, but Sun is in a Parivartana yoga with the 12th ruler, which is Moon. So Moon and Sun exchange signs. So this becomes a very, very strong yoga, especially connected to creativity also. And Sun is placed with Mercury, and voila, Mars is placed in the other sign of Mercury, which is its Mood Trikona sign, and in the second house. So yes, Sun is an extremely strong placement in a Parivartana yoga with Moon. Moon has gone into the Lagna itself, while Sun is the Lagna Lord, and Sun is placed with Mercury, in whose sign Mars is placed, and Sun is in the 11th house from Mars. So where Mars is placed, if you see, Sun is placed 11 houses from it. The other is Mercury, which is placed with the Sun, also rules the 11th house. So Mercury rules the 11th house and placed with Sun, and Mars is placed in his Mood Trikona sign. So again, very, very strong placement of ambition and huge achievement, with Sun and Mars establishing a strong relationship and again connected to the 11th house. Now let's see an example of somebody who may not be good in their domestic life. Here, this is the horoscope of Donald Trump. I don't want to discuss too many things about Donald Trump's horoscope. I've already discussed his horoscope in earlier videos. In his horoscope, if you see, as I have talked in my introduction, that if the 4th house of domestic happiness, if that is afflicted, then there is a challenge. Here, Moon is in a debilitation sign in the 4th house, and the 4th Lord itself has gone into the Lagna, which is Mars, and Ketu is also placed in the 4th house. Ketu negates the result of that, of the house or of the sign or of the planet which it is placed in or placed with. So Ketu negates happiness, especially because Moon is also in the debilitation sign in Scorpio. Though this is a Nijbhang with Mars going into the Lagna and aspecting the 4th house, still because the 4th house has two malefic afflictions, one with a debilitated Moon and one with Ketu, so definitely there will be challenges. And here, because the 4th Lord has gone into the Lagna itself, which means that the person will give himself more importance than the domestic life, than the spouse. The domestic life is also for self rather than for the spouse or for the homemaker or for the partner. And the other is if Rahu is establishing any relationship with Venus, and if the 4th house lord is also strongly afflicted, then this gives higher chance that this person will give less importance to the partner and may even have a roving eye. And we know that Donald Trump has had a roving eye. He has had multiple affairs, different marriages also, and here Rahu is placed in the sign of Taurus, ruled by Venus, and Venus itself goes into the 12th house of bed pleasures, secretive bed pleasures. So ultimately Donald Trump has been out of many relationships and has also had to contend with one divorce. Even his current marriage with Melania Trump, many don't see as Melania very happy with him. And there have been many women who have come out and have also given statements at the time of his elections how he had mistreated them, had misused them and had disrespected them. Now the other person is a huge celebrity in India, Aamir Khan. However, while Aamir Khan is the darling of the masses, actors par supreme, however, when you look at his domestic life, he was married to Reena Bakshi, who was his college sweetheart. He married her, who he was dating at the time of his first movie. However, within some years, the news of his multiple affairs came out. He has a child out of wedlock with a Westerner, and while being married to Reena Bakshi, he met Kiran Rao on the sets of Lagan, and then he began a relationship with her, ultimately marrying her and divorcing Reena Bakshi. And now a few weeks back, the news has been broken by Aamir and Kiran Rao that they are also divorcing. And there are rumors that he is in a relationship with a much younger lady, an actress, and because of which his second marriage is also faltering. Here you can see Rahu again is placed in the sign of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and Venus has gone into the Lagna itself. So again the 4th lord has gone into the Lagna, which means the person looks at his happiness over the happiness of the spouse, over the domestic happiness, especially when there is a strong affliction in the 4th house. In Donald Trump's horoscope we saw Ketu and debilitated moon. Here we see Rahu itself is going into the 4th house, and the 4th lord Venus is also under mutual aspect with Mars, and his 8th lord Mercury is in a debilitation sign and in the 2nd house. So when you look at such a horoscope, while other things, there are many other things that are exceptional in his horoscope, but right now we are not talking about that. So the 4th lord going into any affliction and placed under the aspect of with malefics. Here the 4th lord is placed under the affliction. Here the 4th lord is placed with two malefics, Saturn and Sun, and it is under the direct aspect of Mars, which is also a strong malefic. So under the influence of three malefics, Saturn, Sun and Mars, and having a malefic place in the 4th house, this spoils the domestic life of Aamir Khan and makes him a Casanova of sorts. Then let's look at somebody who is a funny person and who has a great sense of humor and is known for more humor than wit. So here we talked about Mercury being somebody who brings in the sense of humor and establishing a relationship with Jupiter. Here we can see that Jupiter is the Lagna lord and is placed with Mercury itself, and again in the 11th house. So not only is the person funny because of the Lagna itself directly getting affected, but it is also in the 11th house of social recognition. So the person is also recognized comedian. And here Mercury also rules two Kendra houses and plays with the ruler of the other two Kendra houses, which is the Lagna lord and the 10th lord Jupiter. So while Jupiter is in a debilitation sign here, but this is a strong Neej Bhang also, because Saturn is also placed here. So there are again many good attributes of this great success also, but the sense of humor also stands out because Mercury is placed with Jupiter. The Jupiter is in a Neej Bhang and Mercury rules two Kendra houses and establishes a strong relationship with the Lagna lord being placed with the Lagna lord Jupiter itself. So if Mercury is very strong and gets connected to the Lagna lord either in conjunction or aspect the Lagna or is placed in the Lagna itself, then Mercury can make such a person very funny, very humorous. Let's look at another horoscope, which is that of Charlie Chaplin. Who can be a greater comedian than him? And here we see that Mercury is placed in the debilitation sign, but again Jupiter's sign, and Jupiter is also placed in its own sign in Sagittarius. So this is a strong connection of Mercury with Jupiter, not only being placed in its sign, but also Jupiter also placed in its own sign, and Jupiter aspecting Mercury's sign, which is the sign of Gemini, and that too in the 9th house. Jupiter also rules the 9th house, and Jupiter is also aspecting the 11th house. So this person not only has a great sense of humor, but also has renown because of the 11th house being aspected by Jupiter. Mercury placed in Jupiter's sign, Jupiter also in his own sign in Sagittarius, and Jupiter aspecting the Lagna Lord Venus, and thus Jupiter aspecting the Lagna Lord, a strong connection with the Lagna. Mercury placed in the sign of Jupiter, and Jupiter also placed in his own sign and aspecting in the 11th house. So it also makes Charlie Chaplin very, very humorous, a funny person to be with, though there are many other things which are pluses and minuses in his horoscope as well, but now we are talking about sense of humor, so let's keep it to that. So now friends, we have seen many examples through a very light-hearted and maybe through more concentrated aspect or concentrated focus on certain areas of life itself. So when you're looking at a horoscope, then if you're looking for wit, you know where to see. If you're looking at whether somebody is funny, you can see. If you want to look at if somebody is ambitious, you know where to see. If you want to see if somebody is temperamental, then you can also see through Mars placement, strong Mars placement getting connected with the Lagna itself. If you want to see if somebody may not make a good homemaker, may have a roving eye, may not be focused on his domestic life, not be focused on his spouse, then too we know what are the connections, what are the placements to watch out for. So friend, now that we have discussed this, I want you to play around with some horoscopes, look at the horoscope, give in the comment section what you think, and give also examples from your own horoscopes or the horoscopes of somebody who you know, how you have seen these placements affecting their life, affecting their personality, and then bringing out that characteristic very, very strongly. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Until some other time, some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.